What is up, rockers of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow rocker, Rockerman X here. And before you ask, yes, I am wearing a Santa hat over top of my fedora that says, Bah Humbug. Bah Humbug. But yeah, anyway. Enough about that. And maybe those things this thing is entertaining. But yeah, I'm here to talk about my review for WWE Raw for 12/22/14, which, when you guys see this, it will be the day after, because you know what? Fuck it. Went off it. Fuck it. But with special guest Hogan. I had to say that. But speaking of Hulk, or I want to say Hogan, but Hulk Hogan technically, which he is supposed to be guest hosting or guest GMing Raw or SmackDown this week as well. But this isn't here to talk about SmackDown. This is Raw, by God, and we will talk about Raw. But with Hulk Hogan or Hogan coming out in the beginning of the show, which is the only time we saw him for a Christmas special. Now that was kind of weird, but he came out, talked about a few things, and all of a sudden we get this interruption by John Cena. And of course, with the interruption by John Cena, came talking about the Let It Go sing-along playset and him wanting a match with Seth Rollins. Of course, we get the. And of course, this thing would pop up on my computer. Don't ask, right now I'm updating something that needs to be updated while I'm recording this. But, as I was saying, of course, we get the interruption by Seth Rollins. And, of course, with all the bantering back and forth and all this, we get a match, Cena versus Rollins. Now, I'll get more on this later, but Cena versus Rollins. Again, I understand that Seth Rollins is a top heel and John Cena is a top face in the WWE right now. But come on, can we not see that match every time we look at a show? Seriously. But also, and the thing is popping on my screen again, saying it's done updating. Okay, I get it. But with that, I'll get more on that later. But I will say the match was eh. The matches tonight wasn't that great either. Most of them were. There's like two. One of them's like, I'll get more in here in a minute, but I can tell you why. Then we have Piper's Pit, of course, which we all know is with Roddy Piper. And again, on another talk show with special guests are Rusev and Lana. Now, can I just say something here? Isn't it getting a little bit sick and tired to see Rusev and Lana? Now, don't get me wrong here. I love the fact that Piper told Rusev how it was, or told Rusev and Lana how it was, that this is America and all that stuff. And also, though, you have, I like whenever Piper's like, oh, I have a present for you, especially, or for both, not for you, but he's talking to Rusev. I have a present for you, and I was even so kind because I like you so much to put a bow on it. And here comes out Ryback with the bow and the shirt, stuff like that. And of course, with this, Ryback and Rusev brawls a bit for about a minute or two, about a minute and a half, whatever you want to say. And this, as I already said, I'm on Team Ryback for this match, and I'm fully capable and willing to say that Ryback is the most capable of defeating Rusev out of all the opponents he's faced currently since he's been called up to the main roster. To be perfectly honest, as much as I don't like Ryback, I'm saying that he's probably the most capable of beating Rusev. But, you never know. WWE can always shit on him like they do everyone else. But away from Piper's Pit and what happened on there, we also have, finally, as I said multiple times, from the way it looked like the Ascension's getting called up, they're getting called up next week and will officially be on the main roster as of next week. The Ascension is finally on Raw. And yes, I just used a Rock reference there, but oh well. But, can I just say something here? I probably said this before, but they better not shit on them. Just like they do about every other star that comes from NXT. Other than, of course, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt, are about the only four from the NXT roster that WWE has not shit on since they've been called up from NXT. And I can name multiple NXT stars that once they got called up, they got shit on. There you go. But away from that, here comes the first match of the night, which is, of course, the John Cena versus Seth Rollins match. Overall, I will say this match was decent, but it's really not the best match I could have saw, only because it's not fresh. I'll get more on that here in a minute. I mean, it's really not fresh. Usually, I give these even if they're not these Cena versus Rollins matches, I've been giving them high ratings even if they weren't fresh. That's because they at least had some exciting aspect to it. Like at TLC, it was a freaking tables match. Last week on Raw, it was a steel cage match. And tonight was just normals match. I don't understand because they had that big main event later, which we'll get to. It's just, And to talk more about the match, can I say something? With the J&J security interference, it's basically like J&J with Rollins is a Shield 2.0. And not trying to break down anybody who liked the Shield. Like I said, I liked them / I didn't like them. But can I just say something? Didn't we see enough of the Shield while they were still together? Simple as that. But what I did like is the fact that J&J security got FU'd / or as the PG era calls it, attitude adjusted again. Double attitude adjustment again. And also, I will also say this too, that it seems like Rollins is based, they're trying to make, and I don't know what people will say on this, but being perfectly honest, you guys can agree with me. You guys don't have to agree with me on this. You guys can agree with me. I personally believe they're trying to make Rollins the next CM Punk. Only because, not gonna lie, Rollins does look a little bit like CM Punk. People say Jeff Hardy. Nah. He looks more like Punk, to be honest. And I think, honestly, they're trying to make Rollins the next Punk. I mean, right now, he's the top heel of the company. But I think Rollins' rise, too, to be honest, came too quick. I mean, yeah, I understand at least we have new faces feuding against Cena. But again, it's not fresh. And to add to the freshness, not freshness, I will say the match was an exciting match for what it was, especially for an opening match, and it was decent for an opening match. That's why it has like a little bit over half a rating, from half a rating. But at least I can say it wasn't a main event match. At TLC it wasn't. Last week on Raw it was. Tonight it was the opening match. Because here's the thing. We've seen Cena versus Seth Rollins within the past 2 weeks a total of 3 times. Because we had the TLC match, the tables match at TLC. We had the steel cage match last week on Raw where Brock Lesnar interfered. And I also will get more on that later once it ends. And I also will say there's also something I was going to say now. Oh, and this week, the opening match. I mean, I also will say, though, too, that Cena actually did the top rope bulldog, which we never really see him do that much anymore. Or if he does do it, he never hits it at the most. But overall, this match, again, just constantly repeated over and over again. Like I said, at least the match was the main event. At least it was an exciting match, but overall, for the not freshness aspect, to be my biased opinion, John Cena did win. But even so, like I said, with not being so much fresh and seeing it 3 times in the past 2 weeks, it has a 3 rating. That's simple. Nothing really too fancy or sweet with that. Just somewhat trying to get straight to the point, but didn't happen. Then we have the next match, which really leads to 2 filler matches per se. Actually, the first filler match that I learned that thing from a friend, but Jack Swagger versus Fandango, and Fandango no. Like I said, this match was a filler match, and here's what I don't understand. Why is it that people like Swagger has been getting shit on so much, been on losing? I get more on getting shit on later, as I said, the NXT guys. But I also will say, Swagger getting shit on for no apparent reason, for what I can think of. I mean, put him as imagine he's losing, and yet they push people like Fandango. And I only say they only push people like, or I should say Fandango, or whatever the fuck, but I only say the reason why that they're shitting on people like Swagger and pushing people like Fandango is the pure fact it is that since Fandango came back at the Survivor Series pre-show, it was either a Hell in a Cell pre-show or Survivor Series pre-show, but I'm pretty sure it was the Survivor Series pre-show, so it was like, might as well say about a month ago, he came back. And all of a sudden, he's been getting this push, getting this momentum on a roll. What are they setting Fandango up for? U.S. Championship? Probably not. Intercontinental Championship? Probably not. And I don't see why people like Jack Swagger are getting shit on when... I don't know. That's all I can say. But like, so this match was average. Not even average on it to me. Because this match, Fandango picked up the win. I give it a 1.5. And a lot of these matches that has very low ratings too. And it's pretty sad after last week's Raw too. They didn't have a good follow-up. Now I understand it was a Christmas special, but still. And the next match was the second filler match of the night. Then also the not so filler. I guess you can also say it's a not so filler match as well as a filler match. But to me, this wasn't even really a wrestling match. It's just two guys trying to show off dance skills. Of course, and by this match, I say is Adam Rose versus R-Truth. Now, here we see, again, Adam Rose being shit on. Again, by losing. Again, on this constant losing streak. Why, WWE, are you taking some of your talent and putting them on a constant losing streak? And then, here's the thing, too. Where's Cesaro been for the past few weeks? And, I understand, I'll get more on this here in a minute, too, but just... Actually, the next couple actually, the two matches from now, or the second match from now that I talk about after this one, I'll get more on the whole other subject. But here's the thing. And this match, the only thing right now that I can honestly see coming out with Adam Rose losing and getting shit on is that after the match, after he lost, Adam Rose attacked the bunny, or assaulted the bunny, and he also pushed some of his Exotic Express rosebuds out of the way after he saw the bunny. And the only thing I can see out of this is either an Adam Rose heel turn, which, to be honest, I highly doubt there will ever be an Adam Rose heel turn. But you never know. Maybe if he does turn heel, I'll still like Adam Rose. So, and hopefully he'll get some sort of push that he deserves. But I highly doubt he'll turn heel. Simple as that. Even though I will say he did snap tonight. But... And the other two things I can see coming to this is really a Bunny / Rose feud, which I highly doubt as well, or the Bunny being unmasking, which I still highly doubt will happen. But the Bunny unmasking is probably the most likely one, I think, out of the three. Well, between the Adam Rose heel turn and maybe the Bunny unmasking will probably be the most... What's the one I'd say? The one that's the more possibility. The one that's more possible. But I say the Bunny unmasking be the more possible one. But this match was R-Truth versus Adam Rose, or Adam Rose versus R-Truth. R-Truth picked up the win overall, another low rating of a 1. The next match of the night. Actually, there's two matches that actually had pretty high ratings. But anyway. The next match, I was looking at my notes, but anyway, the next match of the night we have Roman Reigns versus The Big Show. Now, I do like The Big Show, and I was kind of in a way hoping he would win, but then again, I was kind of with Roman Reigns a little bit too, but I don't know. Like I said, Big Show is one of my old school favorite guys. Roman Reigns, Like I said, I already called what I called, that he's going to win the Royal Rumble, going to win the title, and all that against Brock, but anyway. This match was, I can honestly say, a pretty decent, I wouldn't say pretty good, but a pretty decent match between the two. And I also will say, it's also nice to see the match end in something other than DQ or pin and submission. And I will say that Roman Reigns did win by countout, adding that into play. So it's kind of, like I said, nice to see whether the match ends in some other than DQ or pin and submission or whatever. And overall, I will say the match was sort of average, though, for something. But give me a second. I'm trying to readjust my sitting position in my chair because how far it bends back. But anyway, it was average on, and for something that happened that started at TLC, that Roman Reigns Superman punch Big Show after he's trying to help Seth Rollins, win a table after Big Show trying to help Seth Rollins, win a table match by putting Cena through the table, and then of course the next day on Raw, Big Show is coming down to the ring, and Reigns is already in the ring, and Superman punching Big Show. So something that was on the fence for about a couple weeks or so. The match could have been better, but I'm not going to complain about it. But as I said, Roman Reigns did win by countout, and the match is a 2.5 rating. And the next match tonight was one that I was talking about mentioning Cesaro because of Tyson Kidd. But we have Natalya versus Brie Bella. And overall, this match, again, nothing special per se. A Divas match, other than the fact that Natalya was in there and Natalya can actually wrestle. But I kind of wonder where this is leading now. Is it leading to a Natalya and Nikki Diva title match at Royal Rumble? Or is it leading to some sort of small feud between the two, if not a title match? Now, most likely it's probably going to be a title match, but here's the part where I where I was going to bring up Cesaro and some people getting well, I don't know. I said I was saying where was Cesaro, but the reason why I was going to say that is because of the Tyson Kidd deal. Tyson Kidd's out there with, of course, his wife, Natalya, or Natty as people call her. But here's what I wonder: what happened to that tag team between Cesaro and Tyson Kidd? Now, I say I didn't like it, but I was starting to like it in a way. As you guys might tell by some of my reaction to it. Like I said, something in now it makes sense and all that, but are they really going to stop that tag team? Now, Cesaro may be injured or he maybe have some time off. I don't know. But that's just something I want to say there too. But overall, Natalya versus Brie Bella. Natalya picked up the win, and this match is like a 1.5. The next match tonight, we have Stardust and Goldust. Again, another example of a good tag team getting shitted on. Because this match, I have nothing to talk about, other than seeing Stardust and Goldust actually wrestle, and Los Matadores, of course, had El Torito with them, so it was a 3-on-2 handicap match. A 3-on-2 handicap tag match. But El Toritos or El Reno, wherever the fuck you want to call them. So, yeah. But what I don't understand is, lately we've rarely seen, or at least on TV shows like Raw and SmackDown, we've rarely seen them wrestle. But house shows, yeah, we probably seen them wrestle. But we rarely see Los Matadores, and they win. And they're shitting on Stardust and Goldust, who's practically been on a losing streak as well lately. Now explain this to me. Why do they do that? They put one tag team on a... They put a tag team that you rarely see wrestle or rarely in there at the moment, and yet they come and win. And then all of a sudden we see Stardust and Goldust practically get shitted on. Again, another prime example of people that shouldn't be getting shitted on, getting shitted on. This is really getting fucking annoying. I'm being perfectly honest. I hate saying this, but coming from my standpoint, it's like you're shitting on people that should not be shit on. Like Luke Harper losing the title. That was a major shit. But anyway, I don't know. Because I admit Dolph Ziggler did deserve the title on Luke Harper, but also deserved the Intercontinental. But I'll get more on that here in a minute. But Stardust and Goldust versus Los Matadores, and Los Matadores with El Torito on the side. Los Matadores and El Torito pick up the win. I give this match a 2. Simple as that. And now here we have the next match tonight, the Intercontinental... Oh shit, stupid thing. The Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper. And really, this match, I didn't really know who to root for, to be honest. And I forgot to put who won on here. Well, I'm actually going to do that just really quick before I forget to do it in the video description when I post it to YouTube. But like I said, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper for the Intercontinental Championship. And again, another prime example of someone possibly getting shit on. Not saying they are, because Luke Harper hasn't really been getting shit on lately. But a little bit he is. But I will say, for this being a match on Raw, after seeing it at TLC and all that, but Harper during the pre-match, he had a pre-match beatdown, and after that, Harper was basically in control pretty much the whole match, if not the majority of the match. And one highlight I actually would want to point out of this match is Ziggler. At one point, he was beat down, injured, stuff like that, but he did manage to deliver the super kick to Harper. And with Harper, that had no effect, and he was still able to deliver that spinning clothesline of his. And I will say, this match was by far one of the best ones on the show tonight. Was the second highest rated. There was 3 high rated ones, but this one's the second highest rated. By the third highest rated was, of course, the John Cena versus Rollins. Overall, Dolph Ziggler did retain the title, and Harper lost, sadly. But like I said, Ziggler retained the title, and the match is a 4-star match, at least to me. Like I said, these things you guys can agree with me on, not agree with me, but still, I don't know. I mean, I understand it's Dolph Ziggler, and he does have, and finally he got that push he deserved after forever, and then Intercontinental Championship, and of course. And right now, I just feel like that. I mean, yeah, I kind of wanted Harper to win, but at the same time, I didn't. Cause right now, as someone did say, and I forget who it was now. I watched a video on it, and I'll probably remember who it was. So I'm sorry if anyone sees this, and I don't remember who actually said it. And it is someone I'm subscribed to too. So yeah. But I kind of agree with him that for the Intercontinental Championship or any championship right now, there's no prestige in being a champion right now, because it seems like, because at one point the Intercontinental Championship was getting tossed around like hotcakes and all that. The WWE Championship, I'll get here and then at the end of this review. The U.S. Championship has somewhat of prestige to it, not anything really right now, to me. The Divas Championship, definitely a hell no, to be honest, because Diva Division isn't that good right now. But the only title to me that really has a full amount of prestige to it is probably the Tag Team Championships, to be honest. I gotta be honest. To me, the Tag Teams are the only ones with any prestige. At least people are actually managed to keep that for a while. And there's actually feuds that goes on for a while when it comes to Tag Team Championships. And WWE has people hold on to the Tag Team Championships until they say, hey, you're losing the title, blah, blah. But still, that's my point. But, again, the WWE Championship, I got more on this here at the end of the show. But as I said, Dolph Ziggler is still the Intercontinental Champion. He picked up the win in the matches of 4 out of 5 stars. Now we have the next match of the night. The Santa's Helper match. The 6 men, or I should say 6 women, Divas tag team match, which consisted of the teams of Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi versus Cameron, Summer Rae, and Paige. There's also something else I want to talk about too at the end of the night, but I get probably that with the Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose match. But one thing I really did like about the match, this match was less of a Divas match, actually, at least I can say. This time was more of a actual somewhat wrestling match for once as well, because I know I say that a lot, that some of these matches don't seem like or they do and they don't, but this one, I can say, again, seemed like another one. But you get the ones that don't seem like one, and you just want to shit on Divas. But overall, I will say, and I also forgot who won again. I'm kind of stupid on this. I need to put that in this thing as well for the video description. But two things I stood out to me more than that. Of course, Paige being the anti-diva or anti-diva, and she had like the anti-Christmas outfit that had the black and stuff like that. And being honest, I like that whole idea, the anti-Christmas stuff like that. Tell I'm sort of where it's ball humbug, but still. And then, of course, we have the small Diva Brawl breakdown in the middle of the match, which actually brought some excitement to it. But overall, again, just a Divas match. I hate saying just a Divas match, but the only one that could actually probably wrestle in this match was Paige. So that's all I look forward to, seeing Paige, Natalya, and AJ Lee wrestle. And AJ Lee hasn't been. And AJ Lee, I don't know what happened to her. She's probably, I don't know. I can understand why she's not there. But so right now. But overall, Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi, what a shocker, picks up the win. Because, again, Paige came from NXT. She's getting shit on. Seems like any team she's on loses. But yeah, Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi picked up. Well, Emma came from NXT too, I think. But still, my point taken though, it's just, like I said, only certain ones are getting shit on and not the others. But anyway, I keep getting off subject, but Alicia Fox, Emma, and Naomi picked up the win in the match was a 2. And here we come to the next match of the night, The Miz versus Jey Uso. Now again, I can at least say this match was actually more like a wrestling match as well, to some extent. And it was actually one of the better ones of the night that I could get into, but mainly because, again, the Usos, but Miz and Mizdow, I admit I like. More so Mizdow, because I laugh my ass off at the stuff he does. But, I always say that, but still. But overall, this match was somewhat of a drag. The matches, again, I say the matches weren't that good, but Miz did the whole feed me awesome thing, making fun of Ryback. And of course, Mizdow trying to mimic that was actually kind of funny, so, you know. But overall, this match, again, wasn't nothing exciting. I mean, there was good moves that happened, good moments that happened. Like any match, there's at least one good moment. But this match, The Miz picked up the win, and I give this match, again, a 2. And here comes my favorite match of the night. For some reason, these matches are always my favorite match of the night. I like the more extreme hardcore matches. But here we have the Miracle on 34th Street fight. Yeah, I said it. The Miracle on 34th Street fight versus, and in case you guys wondering, the Miracle on 34th Street is apparently a Christmas movie that I honestly never heard of, or at least if I did, I never watched it. So there you go. But this match was between Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. And this match, before I say it, was another hellacious match between two. Sadly, I missed the boot camp match, but hey, oh well. I heard it was actually pretty good, and I heard Dean won that one, but oh well. But I like these extreme hardcore matches against these two, because these two are just so fuck you, tear up in your face, stuff like that. It's just, oh my god. And these matches excite me the most, but of course we had the Florida match, Bray singing Christmas Carol. He said, oh, it's the wonderful time of the year. You know, so I just sung that too. But it's just funny, especially brought some darkness, some dark aspects to the Christmas joy. And being honest, I like dark characters and I like dark things, so there you go. And also the gimmick style street fights I kind of like as well, because, again, the Christmas trees out there, see people slaying the Christmas trees. I know Dean Ambrose was versus Cesaro in the Halloween one on Raw, or the Halloween one on SmackDown, that was forever ago, during Halloween, and that one was like, holy shit. So these gimmick style street fights I like. I don't know why, but I like it a lot. And here's a good thing that I found was funny too, was how Bray won. One of the exact same things he did to Dean at TLC. Put the kendo stick ending where he put the kendo stick in the corner and bam, put Dean in the corner and smacked his head or eye with it again. Like I said, this match is hellacious, and they literally fought everywhere. Again, they fought on the stage, ramp, ringside, in the ring. Sadly, they didn't go in the crowd, but hey. And they also, tables, everything, this presents getting broken, stuff like that was just, damn. And after the match, too, we see Bray goes to try and attack Dean, but instead, Dean gets a fire extinguisher, and he Dean doesn't hit Dean. Dean sprayed Wyatt in the face with the extinguisher, which those things suck, as far as I know, when you get sprayed in the face with it. And, of course, Bray gets put through the table by Dean with the elbow. And I will say this. I'm not for sure if Dean and Bray are technically considered main eventers. Which, if they're not, they should be main event. Because even if they are mid-carders, which I don't think they are, I think, in my personal opinion, they're main eventers, and I think, and I swear that they're main eventers because how they act. Because if Dean and Bray really are mid-carders, it's pretty bad that they put on a hell of a better match multiple times than what the actual main eventers do. But as far as I know, Bray and Dean are main eventers. But as I said, if they're mid-carders, they put on way better matches than what the main eventers do. So there you go. And Dean and Bray are main eventers to me. And overall, though, Bray Wyatt, like I said at the end, he picked up the victory, and this match was another 5-star match. Hallelujah. And the main events are actually been getting better lately, too, which I'm glad. And this match is almost 30 minutes long. So I should wrap it up. But I'm also going to talk about something else. Why in the hell... I mean, I understand Bray is on some kind of contract stuff. Or not Bray. Brock Lesnar is on some sort of contract where he only comes in at certain times. But why after last week? Why would he come up on Raw? Him and Heyman will come on Raw and then not show up this week on Raw. It makes no sense, because you figured here until WrestleMania, well, no matter if Brock was still champion or not, you still have him on the shows. But no, you don't. And with Brock Lesnar's piss-poor championship run, as I constantly say, I think a lot of wrestling fans say that it's a piss-poor championship run, because he doesn't defend the title. He hasn't defended it since what? Night of Champions? And now at Royal Rumble, 3 months later or so, he's finally defending it. 4 pay-per-views later, actually. Yeah. I don't really know about it, but that's just... To me, at this current moment, there's no prestige to the WWE Championship either. As I was talking about, that's one of the reasons why. But yeah. I'll get more on that later, maybe. Who knows? I know I'll probably bring up multiple times if Brock is on the show. Can sit even up until Royal Rumble, because, yeah, that's going to be kind of stupid. But that's it for my Raw review, the Christmas special Raw review of the week. And until next time, Rockers, remember, look to the sky and follow the buzzards. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, until next time, Rockers, live free and rock.